Hi friends, this is Donna with AK Gal Stamps. Welcome to my craft room today. It is Wednesday and it's the 23rd of April, so I hope you can join us and we can play along with a kit today. Hi Tracy. So I've been having fun creating for my online retreat or my in-person retreat this weekend. But today I'm playing with the paper pumpkin kit. So it is Inked Expressions. It's a beautiful day here in Springfield. Very nice. I can't wait because I'm going to go out and play in my fairy garden today too. So get my hands dirty. So I'm going to flip the camera around. And let's see. There we are. We are in the right place. Awesome. So if you don't get this kit, if you haven't had it before, I'm going to move this up a little bit. If you don't get this kit, this gives you a hint, the box. Whenever you see the box, when they give you glimpses, it gives you a little bit of an idea. And that is the stamp set, which I've got mine on blocks. When you get your first kit, you will get a block. They give you instructions. It's like, this paper is gorgeous. I'm not good at following directions, so I do things a little bit different, as does my friend Tracy. So they give you 9 bases. So it looks like there's 3 of each. And what I do is I cut them apart. They give you dimensionals. So they'll always give you adhesive depending on what the kit involves. Here's some beautiful gold letters. Very pretty. Haven't used those yet. Did use one of these so far, but you got 3 sheets of these. Whoa. And then they give you the shadow of the stamps right here, and then they also give you some little tags to stamp on. And then you get 9 envelopes, which I also usually cut up. So we are going to get started. Yep, always go rogue. Yeah, let the creativity go, right? Now, something that I did do, because I did get the quarterly dies, and what I'm going to start doing is I'm always going to order an extra one and give away one to one of my subscribers through the Wheel of Fun. This is this quarter's dies, so I'm using this one and this one. Here's the hugs. You could die cut the hugs if you want to. This flower and the leaves probably go on a different set coming up. But these coordinate with each quarter, like there was one in January, February, March, and this one is for April, May, and June. But I use that. I got some Pool Party because that's one of the colors in this, and I did the leaves, and I cut out leaves. I needed more ink, I think, than what I did because this is pretty much the basic with a little bit of extra ink. I just used my blending brush, added ink on there, and I wasn't even particular about how I put it on there, you know. Just put it on there, and then I die cut off that. So that's what I did for my leaves. I did cut out a bunch of these. So let's get started. Now I made, so you know how to do a gatefold, right? You just have I don't know what I got on here. My fingers must have been wet and it stayed on there. We'll fix that with butterflies. But you take a 5.5 piece and you score at 2 1/8 on one side. And then what I do is I fold the next one in, because if you do, if you get 2 1/8 on this side and 2 1/8 on this side, it's just so much more that it butts up against this piece. So it's a lot, I think it's a lot better if you just use your hand and manually fold it. So that's how I did that. That's a gatefold. But now we are going to do, this is what I did on the next card. Instead of doing what they had done, I want to do versions of this kind of a fold. Okay, because you can make it into a Z fold, but you can do it this way as well. So, oh, that's not that one. Wrong one. Is this it? Yeah. So I'm just trying to do variances of this kind of a fold. And I need all my cardstock, which is right here. I don't need this. I need this piece. I just think these are so pretty. Very delicate. Have you made any cards yet, Tracy? Done this kit yet? Trying not to tear any of this off. I was trying to make a bunch of vellum lattice pieces yesterday for my last card. And Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry vellum anymore, so I was using the stuff I got from Amazon, and yeah, it did not work well at all. I couldn't get one that wouldn't tear as I was trying to get it out of the die. So I gave up on that thought. It's like I had no patience for that. Actually, I mean, I had a lot of patience because I made like 7 of them, but they were all tore in one degree or another. So I gave instead white cardstock is better. Now, of course, I'm going to do some ink blending. You haven't worked on this kit yet. Oh my goodness. It's pretty. It is very pretty. So I'm using Pool Party, which is one of the coordinating colors, and I'm just putting ink on here. I just want a background of some blue. And I'm not being particular. I'm not trying to blend with another color. I am just putting it on here and just trying to get more ink on. Okay, I think my fingers are dirty enough. Now they give you embellishments in the kit. So I am going to put those on the bottom here. Using my Take Your Pick tool, put those on here. I think this is just so pretty. If I had a wedding to go to, this would probably be a really great wedding card. And I think they have a sentiment like that in there if I can find my little sheet. Who knows where I put it? Let's see, almost done. So this one, I only used a piece of the envelope to go on another piece of white. Man, these get everywhere, these backs. Where is the strangest place you have found the back of a dimensional? The strangest place. Now this is exactly the same length, so I'm just trying to line that up on the corner and like that. So we got that. And then I need a piece of white that's 1 by 5 1/4, I think we're going to go with. So I'm going to cut a piece of white, 1 inch by 5 1/4. There's that. And I had an envelope that I've already cut. Doesn't have much on it really. And I'm going to do that 3/4, I believe, by 5. And we'll cut the white part off. So I think that will work like that. I need to put some butterflies on it though, because it's got a lot of white. I like butterflies. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm not going to be there today. I've got too much on my plate and I usually only go once a month. But I hope you have fun. Let's see. So we're going to glue this. This is going to be the stopper. This card. All the ladies are going to be oohing and eyeing over your kit today, Tracy. Get 2 kits. Sure, I could always sell one after they see what I make, what the possibilities are. Okay, so this is going to go here on dimensionals. I don't want to mess that up. Okay. This is not what they had planned for this kit. This is just what I'm doing. We like to go rogue, right? Let the creativity go. I haven't noticed if Rachel's going on today or not. I haven't seen anything because usually they have a if you're interested post, but I haven't seen anything yet. Now this is going to go, I think, just up a little bit. Like that. So that's your stopper. Okay. And I want the congratulations to go on here. And let's move that out of the way. And I need the berry burst. And I need my little letters where they are. Here they are. Congratulations. I think is this one right here. This one. I like berry burst. It's a pretty pink. Even though purple's my color. I know Cindy and Donna will probably be there today at USS. Okay, so we got that. I'm just going to glue that on because I've already got a lot of dimension going on here if I want to mail this card. So that is my plan. Using liquid glue. So that goes there. And that goes like that. And sentiments. Let's see. I want on your return to the happy couple. That's what I'm going to do. To the happy couple. So that way I've got a wedding card made. Okay. Pink. And they give you this ink spot also in this kit. I'm just using my full-size ink pad. Let's see. Pretty, 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 pretty. These colors are just awesome. I like them. And my butterflies. How can you go wrong with butterflies, right? I don't think you can. So there's that card. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So there's that one and that one. So those are done. Let's see, the next one I'm going to make. This one with the same fold with fold. You're going to be 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Easy, easy. And you'll need, I'm using both those pieces. And then I've got this piece. This is 3/4 of an inch by 4, and I scored at 1 inch, then cut off at 2, then scored at 1 inch, and there you go. These are just going to be the floating. Sorry. I thought I had that silenced. So I am going to use some paper here, cutting up this card. Is that sacrilegious to cut up a card? I don't think so. Well, I don't want to cut up this one on this side for sure, because it has all that pretty gold on it. So, oh, there's still a piece in here. So I'm just going to cut this off at the fold. And this is pretty much what I do with all of my cards. And I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4. And I'm making these 1/4 of an inch smaller. So if this is 2 1/8, then it would be 1 7/8. No, 2 1/4. Let's see. What am I saying? If it's that, it's going to be 1/8. Yeah, 1 7/8. I'm right. 1 7/8 and 1 7/8. As my friend Kevin says, stupid by stupid numbers. I like fun folds, but when they get into the 1/16 of an inch, they've lost me. Absolutely lost me. So we got those two panels. I have a hard enough time, yeah, with that. And then when they do centimeters, I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, I understand. I know that out of the US, a lot of people use centimeters. And I can actually use them. I have a hard time converting because it never turns out quite right when I convert from centimeters to inches. Oh, she is scheduled today. I'm going to be outside with my little fairies today. It's going to be a nice day, and I'm hoping I can have some time to do that. I haven't been on Facebook as much. I've done my posts, but I haven't done any scrolling. Okay, so you have these panels, and you just need to, these can be any size, really. I'm trying to make them small enough because I want to use that. But you put some adhesive on. You want them, the opening to be like a mouth opening that way. I'm putting mine in the middle, just on the side of the score line. And then this one on the opposite side of the score line on the other side, and opening up the opposite way. Whoops. Okay, so you just want this to be able to pop up. A super easy pop up. Okay, I really wish that this was smaller. You could fit it like that. Congratulations. What about thinking of you? Could you fit that in there? Yeah, you could. Okay, we're going to try it. We're going to try it. I wasn't planning on doing that because I didn't think it would fit at all, but I'm going to try it. Thinking of you. Let's see how that goes. Trying to make sure it gets in all the cracks. Hey, that works. That works. Okay, so we are going to, I need to let that sit for a minute because I don't want to get that all inked up. This also needs another piece to rest on. So I need a piece that's 1 inch. And you don't have to make this 1 inch either. You could make it a different size. And I'm going to do 5 1/4. So I've got my 1 inch by 5 1/4, and I'm going to take another piece. Or do I have? Well, sometimes I have scraps laying around, but I don't think I did. And if I did, could I find it? I don't know. We are going to do 3/4. 3/4 by 5. So that's going to go on there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I could have used my envelope too. I should have done that. Because I cut up my card. But that's okay. I will use it. I will cut it up and use it. So we got that. Now, do you keep all your stamp sets, Tracy, that you get from Paper Pumpkin? Okay, I wanted to do that. I mean, I do get rid of mine because I get too many of them. But I have a box of them because I'm going to be doing something different this next. After, I'm not going to have a card party in July. But when I start back up in August, I'm doing something a little different. Which if you come to the May 3rd catalog launch, you will find out about it. Oh, I know, I'll probably tell you when I have my team meeting. You'll find out. Let's see. There we go. So that's your stopper. And this should be dry so that I can blend some Pool Party on it. That's a pretty color. And that goes really well like that. And then you just put some adhesive on these little flaps. Like this. I just got to get it straight. Okay, that works. And then I want this leaf on here. Oh, I was going to put butterflies on. Oh, well, that's how it goes. Just going to get these on, put a little bit of glue. Like that, and like that. Not a lot. Don't want a lot. Like that. There's that. And this is Thinking of You and sending my love on the inside. Where can I put it? There's that. And butterflies. There. So there is that one. A different direction for an easel fold. Let's see, because I did that one. Did that. This is like a Z fold. Very easy, but there's one. Let's see about this one. So if you you take your 8.5 by 11. Normally you'd cut it at 5.5. But you can give a couple more inches on your paper. Instead of 5.5 wide, make it 7.5 wide. Give 2 more inches. And then score at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Okay. And then cut the 2 inches off. Then you're going to have, what you're going to have is this. Okay. You're going to have this. But then if you just turn it around, then you've got your double Z fold. Super easy to make a double Z fold. Okay. So I'm going to adhere this because I'm going to, let's get this a little bit better. This might be a little bit bigger than 2 inches, but that's what I'm saying. 2 inches is good. This is 2.5. Okay. So I'm just going to put this here so I know that I don't want to go over. So this is this. Okay. And then you fold this in and glue this. Super easy double easel card. Okay. So we got that like that. I got a piece here that is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. Okay. So there's that. I'm going to put some butterflies on this. Okay. And I'm getting that really dirty. Okay, so there's that. And I need to use, I haven't used any of those hugs yet. I wonder if they would fit somewhere. I think that's too big. That is too big. It could go right there, and you could see it that way. Maybe that's where that's going to go. I'm going to put that on there because it's pretty. I want to use that. And I think with the kit, they want you to use the dimensionals, but I don't think there's enough in there for what I want to do. Okay, so we got that. Like that. Okay, so there's like that. Okay, and then I wanted a couple pretty pieces on here. Since this is white, you could color it or sign it, sorry, wherever you wanted to. You could do the back like that, and oops, one on this side. Like that. I think that was the envelope. But that makes that nice. I like that. But I would like to add other things to this. Maybe we'll put this gold thing on here since there's not gold on the outside. Like that. That's pretty. That will work. Let's use that up in the middle. Stay. And what about one of these leaves? Yeah, that could go right there. There we go. And there's that card. Super easy double Z fold. So, can't wait to see what you create with yours, Tracy. So I will get off here. I have made a few cards. A few. I haven't used hardly any of this stash yet. Made a little dent. So can't wait to see what you create with, Tracy. Yeah, you can use them. I'm going to use them. I'm going to be using them more with what I'm doing new starting in August. So anyway, I hope you have a good time. Say hi to everybody at the Senior Center. And I will see you next week, Tuesday night. Scrap card time. Bye.